Kia ora Aotearoa and welcome to Kickstart. My name is Georgia and I'm hella hyped to welcome you to another amazing episode of our show. Whether you're someone who's been keeping up to date or you're new to our show, we thank you for tuning in to tonight's episode. Today, I'm joined by my co-hosts, Aiden and Leo, who will start today's episode with an interview with Denika Mead. She's here to talk us through her upcoming book, as well as some insights into being a young author into whanganui atara. Over to you and in the studio, Leo and Aiden.
Thanks, Georgia. We have an awesome lineup for you today. In a bit, we'll be discussing a local film called We Were Dangerous and listen to a music video from Lee Stewart. However,
right now, we are delighted to welcome lovely author Denika Mead into the studio today. Lovely to have you.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome.
So, from my understanding, you started writing and publishing books when you were 15, and you've written 10 books since then.
Yes, I'm working on book number 10 now. Yeah.
Oh, wow. How do you keep up the motivation to write so many books so quickly?
Well, I've always really loved it. And so that helps, I think, if you've got a passion for something. It just makes it so much easier to do all the hard work, getting through all the drafts. And just the whole process takes about a year. So I have just always loved characters, so remembering them has helped me to get through the long process, yeah.
Now, hypothetically speaking, let's say you're a film student, not one of us for any others, that had to finish a script and we were a little bit getting close to the deadline. What would you say to help us make sure we get to that deadline on time?
Yeah, it's a good question, because when that deadline's coming up, it is stressful,
yeah.
Really stressful. I would say to keep the end goal in mind and to think about all the work you've already done, right? Because by that time when it's getting really stressful, you've done like 85% of the work, 90% of the work, and so just remember everything you've done and there's just one final push, right? That last 10% is always the hardest.
True.
You said you're writing your 10th book now?
Yes, so it's my first standalone actually. I've always done series up till this point. I've got a fantasy series and a sci-fi series. I've actually got 2 of the books with me. This is the first in the fantasy series, Royal Orchid, and this is the last actually in the Agents of Time series. And so this 10th book will be my first standalone that's not part of the series.
Why is that? Why have you departed from the series?
I think I've just wanted to try something different. I've only written series up till now. It's quite different to think everything has to be contained in one book. There's nothing that I can leave for a later story. You know, everything has to be wrapped up. So in some ways that's easier because I only have to come up with one book of ideas. But also I've got to wrap it all up. I can't leave the villain for another day.
Definitely.
Which do you prefer writing? Is it more sci-fi or is it more fantasy?
I really enjoy both, but I think I do prefer fantasy.
Oh, true.
I find it a little easier. Writing time travel is a little tricky. There's a lot of rules.
Time travel's hard.
There's a lot of rules, and I've just read more fantasy, so I'm more in tune with the tropes and the trends. And I love dragons, so it's my happy place.
What would you say your biggest inspiration is for writing?
I mean, all the fantasy books that I've read. So I love His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman is amazing. I've always loved The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. I love Doctor Who. Yeah. So there's so many amazing books that I've read, shows that I've watched that just, I love.
Do you think there are barriers for young authors that older authors or more established authors don't exactly have? I
think definitely. I think when you're a really established author, people are aware of what's coming up from you. Some people, like there are certain authors I know that I don't need to know what their new book's about. I know I'm just going to go and buy it. Whereas less established authors need to work a little bit harder to sell themselves and their ideas and just get the word out about them themselves as well.
So you'd say you're an established author at this point, right?
Establishing, yeah.
Yeah. So how difficult was it for you at the start when you're just 15 starting this?
Yeah, to be honest, with the first book, I just thought let's do it as a fun project, and let's take the pressure off and just do one book as just an idea and see how it goes. And then I didn't want to stop, right? I kept going. So it was harder at first to get the word out. I had to put my marketing hat on, and figure out how to market myself. I went to lots of markets, especially around Christmas, and just Facebook advertising, getting the word out as much as possible.
Nice. So, do you know what your new book's title is going to be called?
Oh, at the moment it's a working title, but I'm calling it The Untethered Ones at present. Yeah, but that might change.
Okay. So you heard it here. The Untethered Ones, or possibly to change, is on its way. We couldn't be more excited to make sure make sure to check out Denika what she's up to on her socials and website. I thank you so much for your time with us today, Denika. Now I might actually get to work on my next script, with all the advice you've given us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Now it's time to take a look at a special place here in the Punika CBD, who has been doing what they can to uplift local artists. This is all about Blue Door Studios.
For many artists, getting their work seen can feel impossible. In cities like Wellington, creativity is everywhere. But opportunities?
In my particular craft, we are actually quite spoiled for choice. You just got to really work hard and look for it.
That's the problem Blue Doors is trying to solve. A new, innovative, simple idea. What if we open the doors to everyone?
My name's Jamie and I run Blue Door Studios on Dixon Street. It's a bit of an artist hub. We've got studio spaces and a gallery space. I'm someone who loves to build community. I love having other artists around me and uplifting other artists, so I think I was just ready to take on a space like this.
For many artists, getting their work seen isn't just about talent. Gallery spaces are limited, competitive, and often expensive.
Finding my voice in Wellington has really taken a long time and doing lots of different things.
So we offer two things. We offer studio spaces. A lot of our studio spaces are for young artists. It creates a really awesome space and a really awesome vibe. And then we also have our gallery space, which is open to absolutely anyone. We offer it for any kind of event. Our most recent event was an 160-piece art show. You didn't have to be a certain age, you didn't have to be a professional, you didn't have to be a certain discipline. And so that's definitely something we're going to keep pushing to do in the future.
No strict selection criteria, just an opportunity to be a part of the conversation. Because sometimes, all it takes is an open door.
It's so inspiring that businesses still care for young artists. It's so great to see. Although I'm super excited because now it's time for a little game we like to call Only in NZ. Hey Leo, can you give us a refresher on the game?
Absolutely. So Only in NZ is about guessing the answers to each question. All of them are wacky things only we do in Aotearoa, hence the name. If you can guess them correctly, you win. And it means you're a true New Zealander. Let's begin. Alrighty, first one. What lovely item was thrown at a New Zealand politician on live TV?
That was a dildo, right?
I believe that is correct. Now, what is the correct ratio of chips to tomato sauce?
The correct ratio.
I don't know.
Are we looking for a percentage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get a percentage. I'll get a percentage from you guys.
Okay. Percentage. I'd say you want like a 30% spread, right? 30% spread of the ketchup on the.
Yeah, like
Yeah, no.
dip like.
I'm hearing that now. We're going to take that answer. Ding, ding, ding. That's 2 points to Aiden, 0 points to Georgia. Come on, Georgia. What is the difference between sweet and sweet as?
So sweet is like a taste. So something sweet. And then sweet as is like a slang word that means like it's all good, like we've got it, okay, let's go.
You know what?
Sweet as!
Ding, ding, ding. That is a point to Georgia. There is still time for you to win. Alrighty, next question. What is the difference between yeah nah and nah yeah?
It's whatever's second, right? Yeah, nah means it's all right, but I don't want to do it. But nah, yeah, it's like I shouldn't, but I will.
Ding, ding, ding. So if I went yeah nah nah, yeah nah, what would I have ended on?
Nah. Nah.
Exactly, so that would be no.
Yeah, no.
Alrighty, next question. What is chur a word or a freestyle or a lifestyle?
Is chur a
Is the
freestyle
word
or a
chur-
lifestyle?
Is chur a word, a feeling, or a
A
lifestyle?
word, a feeling, or a lifestyle.
It's all in, right?
You know
I'm
what?
loving the chur.
You know what?
Feeling churro?
Ding, ding,
I'm
ding.
living
I'm going to
churro.
take that answer. Come on, Georgia.
Georgia,
you
they're
are,
gonna take your citizenship away.
You are 4-1 currently. Come on. All right. Explain she'll be right without using any optimism.
Okay, so she'll be right means like she'll be right.
Yeah.
Yes, but what does it mean, Georgia?
It means everything will be okay. It will be fine. Yeah.
I'm going to take that
Right.
answer. I'm going to take that answer. There is still a time for Georgia to come for a comeback. Alrighty. When someone says, bring a plate, what are you expected to bring?
Food? Are you looking for
You know what?
more specific?
I'll take that answer. There is a better answer, but that was actually going to be our last question.
For like
So,
a potluck? Yeah.
that is
Any
better. That is
kind
a
of
better
food.
answer.
So we both get a point.
Yes, but it is still 5-3 then,
Okay.
which means Aiden wins, but I can't lie, I make the rules, so I'm actually going to win because I'm cooler than both of you, and I want to be the winner. Please do not fire me.
They're gonna deport us, Georgia. All right, then, while we deal with this guy, let's take a look at this trailer by Josephine Stewart DeFew for We Were Dangerous. We hope you stick around to hear about all our thoughts on the film. See you in a bit.
I see you got my instructions.
This island has a long history of accommodating dubious characters.
We got all sorts. Waifs, strays, sex delinquents. That's a new one.
Hi. I'm Nellie. That's Daisy. We're 3 girls in the leaky hut.
The matron has no mercy.
Sit up straight. All of you!
Whoa, Treasure! Do the girls here reform themselves? Best case scenario, you're let into polite society.
Don't be disrespectful. Being a moral participant in society is the key.
You're a well-to-do young...
Our studies show young women are more promiscuous.
Is it functional?
It's best not to think of the girls as wives and mothers. It may well be beyond them.
Do you think she's okay?
I don't know.
Good morning, Mom.
Good morning, Mom. Do you know what they did exactly? What if we get caught?
What are you scared of?
You think you're better than everyone.
Better than being like you.
Who started it?
We're not becoming civilized on this island. We're just not becoming pregnant.
Room inspection!
You ready?
Yeah.
Here we are again, back in the cinema. What a breathtaking, such beautiful imagery. Am I right, guys?
I genuinely thought it was incredibly shot, like how they captured Aotearoa on the big screen. I was just like, I was blown away. It was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it was really pretty.
One thing that I really love about We Were Dangerous is how unapologetically local it is.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially going to film school, you see a lot of films that are really trying to be the next Hollywood thing, the next American thing.
Yeah.
Whereas We Were Dangerous had a real New Zealand sensibility to it.
Oh, it was filmed in a rural island down in Canterbury. So, you know, that's pretty New Zealand if I do say so myself.
That makes sense, yeah.
What are some of your guys' thoughts on the film?
I really loved the really Kiwi humor it had in it. It was never in your face. It was really irreverent, right? What did you think, Georgia?
I really liked. I liked a lot of the there were some really interesting shots that weren't straight normal shots. Like they were there was a scene where they were in a circle and it was sort of over the shoulders and it was just cut off at their mouth.
Yeah,
And I
you
thought
didn't
that
get
was
to
so
see the eyes.
interesting.
I really loved that bit. So why do you guys think this film was important to be shown today?
That's a good question because it's set, in the 1950s. It's about a delinquent school of girls, and we don't, to my knowledge, we don't have that in New Zealand anymore.
I would hope not.
Yeah.
I would hope not. Some of the stuff that they were doing in the film was a bit scary.
But yikes.
And the punishments and stuff. That's sort of not normal in these day and age and stuff. So
No.
yeah.
I think Although we don't do forced sterilizations anymore, I think, it is important to tell stories about women staying strong together, because a lot of the heart of the film, it's only 82 minutes, and a big reason for that, I would guess, is because they don't want to dwell too long on how tricky, how horrible the situation was for the girls in it, and they really focused on the upbeat nature of it and how they did create a community for these girls, for better or for worse, from the teacher's point of view. They did stick together.
Yeah, like despite the grueling moments and stuff where they're like in class and it's like that sort of stuff. They were still like, when they were walking down the hill, they were all like talking and laughing and stuff. So it's still like, there was sort of like those moments of like, they could enjoy themselves, but then it was like back to these like strict rules and stuff. So that was really sweet. And like the rooms when the scenes when they're in the like cabin and they're just like talking and stuff. And yeah, it's really sweet that like friendship and stuff between these girls.
What did you think about the kind of Māori colonization aspect of the film? Because a lot of it is to do with kind of training these girls to be proper, which really just means English housewives, right? The colonization aspect was really, really interesting to me.
Well, like what I noticed was like in the buildings, they all had signs saying English only. So when I originally read that, or saw that, I was like, oh, so only English in the buildings. But it was just in the entire island, they couldn't speak any te reo Māori at all, which I was like, oh, that's really teaching them that they can't have their heritage. They need to be one way or another, and they,
There's a really lovely line from the matron of the school where she says, it's harder for Māori people to be Christian because Christ came to New Zealand so late. Really interesting stuff. I think it's a really unique premise that I think people should touch upon more in the industry. And I would encourage our viewers at home to please make sure you check out this film and support it on Arovision. We Were Dangerous at Arovision.
Yes, and while you're online signing up for Arovision, make sure to check out this new music video, Hoki Mai Rā, from our next guest, Lee Stewart.
Tahuri mai, māku koe e whai, ko rangi rau ako, pōharua, ko au, ko koe, ko taua, e māpihi maurea, au e, kei hea koe, kei hea. I wehe au e koe, I tuku a koe, kia rere. Ki te pera mai anō, ka panuku koana, te mea. Ko papatu anuku, nā ratone tapu, ko koe kei tōku manawa I te pō marino, ko pōharua te pō tēne, hoki mai rā ki a hau, ko au tōti hei mauri ora, ka panaku koa, titiro mai, he nui tēnei mamai, ka mate ahau, I te aroha panuku koana, te mea. Ko papatu anuku, nā ratone tapu, ko koe kei tōku manawa, I te pō marino, ko pōharua te pō tēne, hoki mai rā ki a hau, ko au tōti hei mauri ora, ka panuku koa.
What a moving music video from Lee Stewart. That was Hoki Mai Rā. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today. It's always nice to get fresh faces in the studio.
Oh, kia ora. Tēnā koe ko Lee tō kuingoa. He uri ahau no Ngāti Pū, Ngāti Rangitahi hoki. Thank you for having me. It's exciting to be here.
Sweet. Well, we really enjoyed your music video. And from my understanding, this was a song that was released during a time that te reo Māori culture and expression have become heavily politicised in Aotearoa. So how did it feel to release something like Hoki Mai Rā that sort of brings that, like, talks about that?
Yeah, well, te reo has always been politicised. It's just to speak te reo. I mean, my grandma used to get the bash for speaking it, so, you know, which wasn't that long ago. So it's always political, no matter what goes on with the government, what changes in the government there may be, or whoever tries to blockade it. We will continue to speak it and use it however we can. I do that through music, but other people do it through books and through speaking and stories, and yeah, it feels good to do it in the face of everything. It feels really like, yeah, really strong.
And with such strong visuals to go along with the movement, what was your inspiration behind the powerful imagery in that music video?
Oh, I mean, my sort of ethos is I like doing stuff within Te Ao Māori with a modern spin on it, because I am my ancestors, but I also am living in this world through the diaspora, through colonisation. So imagining what we can do with our current skills and what sort of art we can make that honours our ancestors and where we are today. So yeah, I took a lot of kaupapa around hai, which is lacerations and grief. It's a lot about grief, this song, and reference to moko kauai through our art and our designs and through the outfits in the set. So yeah.
Cool.
And how do you feel that, like, the impression on, like, rangatahi and how it affects them and stuff?
Oh, I mean, I don't even know if young people watch my video. I just assume it's old people all the time. But like, I mean, if they are watching, all I can say is like, ka pū te ruha, ka hau te rangatahi, which is, you know, the old net withers away and the new net comes out fishing, and that's what rangatahi, you know, I hope they can just keep making whatever art they can, because it is powerful if you're Māori, and especially if you're doing te reo, and you know, whatever art you can make leaves a print on the world, and it's always powerful, and they should just, yeah, keep doing whatever they can in that regard.
What was your favourite part of making this music video, would you say?
Oh, that's a good question. What was my favourite part? I mean, probably just the filming of it was crazy. I've never done anything like this before. Like, my first music video was shot in an alleyway. It was real rogue. There was like 4 of us, and I love that sort of stuff, but this was full on. Like, they made 2 swimming pools, like they built them on set, and I was like, this is crazy. I felt like a diva, like a rock star. So yeah, it was just sitting there watching these pools be built and flooded and having all the foliage brought in, and but also what was really special was having my friend Makini design these outfits for me, because she's such a stellar costume designer, and so having these fits that I can then carry her art into the world that she added to mine. So yeah, it's really special.
That's a beautiful collaboration. Do you have any other collaborations that you, like, people you work with that?
Oh, I mean, I have a lot of things going on. I do a lot of kaupapa stuff, so I do a lot of stuff for Palestine and for Māori activism groups. So I'm always playing little gigs around Pōneke, around Wellington, and yeah, jumping on that sort of stuff because that feels close to my heart. But yeah, always working with lots of different people at the moment, lots of projects going, but it takes me a while to finish them, so such is the creative way.
So have you got any more music or gigs coming up soon?
Ooh, that's a good question. I've got this really random gig that I'm playing at the council at like 6 a.m, so I guess people can't really go to that, but nothing actually planned at the moment, but I'll chuck it on my socials when I next have something come up.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Lee. We hope to see more of your music, and hopefully people check out your music.
We've had an amazing time talking to you about your new waiata, Hoki Mai Rā, which is available to stream right now, so check out her socials to find out more. Let's check out the rest of the music video.
Thank you.
Kapanuku au e tama, kapanuku au e, kapanuku au e tama.
And thanks again to Lee for sharing that beautiful waiata with the world. It's important to support our artists, so definitely check her out online after watching this episode. Speaking about what's important, I'm sure you've all heard the news by now, but for those who haven't, the government is proposing to scrap the Broadcasting Standards Authority entirely. And what does that mean?
First things first, the Broadcasting Standards Authority has been set up in place to make sure media across Aotearoa upholding standards such as fairness, balance, and most importantly, accuracy.
So what does that mean, especially for TV?
Oh, I know what it means. I can finally be able to talk like this.
Are we going to allow... Is he allowed to say this? Are you going to stop him? You cannot say that on live TV, Leo.
My bad. But and that's exactly the point of the Broadcasting Standards Authority, to protect people who felt that they were seeing on television was unsafe or too inappropriate for the living room environment.
With the unknown future of AI and the rise of social media dependency, it's not right to take away the only people keeping tabs on what's being broadcasted. Who's going to stop this guy from saying diabolical stuff now?
All of us here at Kickstart are students, and most of you viewing at home or are studying or know someone who is studying, so there is no doubt that you've also heard about what else the government is up to. As well as scrapping the broadcasting standards, the government has proposed to scrap fees-free, an opportunity that allowed university students to receive their last year of university completely fees-free.
The government originally considered phasing out the fees-free scheme, deciding it was too complicated. They now opt to instead axe it in one go. I think it should be incredibly important to our country that we are able to pursue further education without more debt on top of this economy.
It is unfair that a government can make these decisions without listening to our voices. It is more important than ever that rangatahi to have their say in how our country is run.
To make sure you are enrolled to vote in this election, head over to vote.nz and enroll if you haven't already. The last day to enroll is the 25th of October, but don't wait. You'll thank yourself later.
Your voice is so important. Make sure it is heard.
Exactly. We encourage you to do what you feel is right and fight for what you love. Well, that brings us to the end of our show for tonight. Thank you all for joining us. Be sure to tune in again next week on Kickstart because we have Joseph Trinidad in to talk about his book, Lucky Creatures. We have a discussion about the film Head South, and Juna are coming in to talk about their song, Shut Up. So that's all from me. I'll shut up now and let Leo and Aiden round out the end of our show.
Thanks, Georgia, and thank you, Aiden. It's been a pleasure to present with you.
Thank you, Leo. And thank you to all of our crew for making this happen, and of course to our viewers at home. Don't forget to follow our socials and to keep up to date with all episodes of Kickstart. Head over to Channel 83's YouTube channel. That's where you will find all past and present episodes to catch up on or rewatch some of your favorite segments. Hei kona mai. Goodbye for now.